great to have you on Friday Briefing tonight as we wind up the week with unique and unrivaled segments. Well, tonight, the team has the latest news updates, including David Kimayo's latest conditions for tomorrow's court rally. Also on the show, hip-hop artist Octopizzo, together with his daughter Tracy, are my guest anchors, and they will be joining me shortly. Now, remember, last week also, Susanna Owio had a gift for one of our lucky viewers. And of course, tonight she is back to hand over the beautiful acoustic guitar to the winner. Quite a packed show we have tonight. Not forgetting that Willis, the word master, is also ready for tonight's lesson. There you go. Willis, the word master in Kisumu County. And of course, you can tweet us any questions that you have and we'll put them across to him. The Twitter tonight is, of course, Friday Briefing. Interact with me. Let's now take a look at the top stories tonight. And we begin with some sad news from Salga, where 2 people have been confirmed dead and several others reported injured after they were involved in a road accident. Information from the scene is still scanty, but we have our reporter Rachel Menza on the ground to brief us on the latest there. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, Betty. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Quite disturbing news coming from Salga. How many people have been confirmed dead?
Okay, Betty, we are on the ground at the moment, and the information we're getting from Alex Mumo, base commander at Salga, is that 2 people have been confirmed dead, and 2 others have been seriously injured. The accident is said to have occurred at around 7:30 this evening. And it actually involved 4 vehicles, one of them being a trailer and the others 2 saloon cars and 1 Toyota Probox. But the situation is not that bad because the 2 bodies have already been transferred to mortuary. And the others, the two people who have been injured have been taken to Nakuru Hospital also for treatment. Currently, what's going on at the ground is that there has been a diversion that has been created to keep the oncoming cars at bay, as police officers told the cars that have been left in a wreck. And the accident has actually occurred at a place known as Sobea on your way to Salga, Salga.
Rachel, are there any rescue efforts that are still ongoing?
At the moment, because the accident actually, those who are on board in the Probox are 2 passengers, and the other 3 vehicles had 1 passenger on board. So 2 passengers have been rushed to hospital, the ones who sustained injuries, and those who have lost their lives have been taken to mortuary. The driver of the trailer has sustained very minor injuries. And actually, we talked to him. He said he's in good condition, and that the others are the ones who are in bad condition and have been taken to hospital. No rescue efforts are on course because there is no one else apart from the red vehicle.
All right, Rachel, maybe finally, is there other police there, and what exactly are they saying could have been the cause of this accident?
The cause of the accident, according to the base commander, is that this Probox that was heading to Salga, or we can also say Eldoret from Nakuru, was overtaking, had left its lane and was overtaking. Then in the course of overtaking, there were other oncoming cars. So in the act of going back to its lane, it lost control and then hit the trailer, then hit 2 other vehicles.
All right, Rachel Menza, thank you very much for that update. She is speaking to us from Salga, where 2 people have been confirmed dead and 2 others injured after an accident that they were involved in, that we're told police are there and they're trying to clear it up, but 2 people have died and 2 others have been injured, but they're receiving treatment currently. We'll be bringing you any more details of that as it comes. Let's now move on. And the Court Coalition has billed the return of their leader, Raila Odinga, as the beginning of a revolution in the country. Now, the former Prime Minister jets into the country tomorrow afternoon after a 3-month stay in the United States. Court's planned rally to welcome the former Premier has been described as a turning point to occasion a leadership change and empower the people. KTN Samugina reports.
He has been granted a VIP status fully backed with security detail in his 3-month tour of the United States. But with the stint over, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga returns to a politically charged country. In fact, his first assignment after landing would be a political rally at Uhuru Park after briefing the nation at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport.
We want to tell them kesho tutazindua program of action. Tutalala mpaka nchi hii ikombolewe.
The heroes who fought for this country will be proud of what is going to happen tomorrow, not what is going to happen on Sunday. The real Madaraka Day is tomorrow. Yeah. Sunday is a rest day.
Raila's return has been christened the beginning of a revolution. His expected arrival already has the country on edge, with supporters gearing up for the much-hyped Uhuru Park gathering, while his opponents are openly angry at the seriousness with which his allies are treating his return.
And tomorrow we will be able to tell Kenyans the direction we want them to take. We shall be peaceful, we shall be uncompromising, we shall be straight, and we shall be steady.
If we do not come here like patriots of this great nation and allow the ground to shift without leadership, we will lose our country.
The Raila return rally is a culmination of a series of rallies by the opposition coalition. CORD has been quite critical of the Jubilee government, wanting it out of office. Nonetheless, CORD has denied claims of a plot to eject President Uhuru Kenyatta's administration through unorthodox means.
As we stand here, we bear no arms, we recruit no armies, and those with armies and with the power of the barrel of the gun are already scared. So I've come to believe truly that there is no force mightier than an idea whose time has come.
Sisi hatuna bunduki, sisi hatuna pingu, hatuna Kimaio, hatuna mtu wa polisi, lakini tuna mdomo na akili.
CORD claims the Jubilee Alliance has plotted a smear campaign against its leaders for its brazen criticism on their failures. The Saturday rally will be heavily guarded after the Inspector General of Police, David Kimayo, rescinded a ban on political rallies. Kimayo ordering a contingent of security officers to be on guard during the rally.
My number has been given to the Jubilee youth website with clear instructions to abuse me. And the same has been done to, I think, Honorable Mudhama and Honorable Kajwang. We have to practice politics of tolerance.
Turudi nyuma na hatutakaa kitako kuangalia pesa yetu ikilibwa maharamia usiku na mchana, huku wananchi wakiwa hawana jambo la kusema.
There was a slight scare at Uhuru Park when a suitcase was left unattended for hours. Ballistic experts were called to the scene to examine the contents of the suitcase. The bag would later be taken away, with police saying they had taken the owner of the suitcase into custody.
No, there are attempts even to make people believe there's a bomb planted in the vicinity so they can be scared. Tunasema hawa wapotee kabisa.
Denying a plot to upstage and topple government, the opposition says the former Prime Minister's return will give impetus to a revolution that seeks a regime change in the country. Samogina, KTN, Uhuru Park, Nairobi.
And some story leads us to our big question tonight, and we're asking, do you think Raila's return will improve CORD's performance as the opposition? Do you think Raila Odinga's return into the country will improve CORD's performance as the opposition? The number is 22155. You can also tweet me, #FridayBriefing, with your views, or at Betty Callow or at KTN Kenya, and I'll be sampling your views as we move along. That's the big question tonight. We're asking, do you think Raila's return will improve CORD's performance as the opposition? Now, tension was high in Wajir County as the 12 victims of yesterday's attack in Tarbaj constituency were laid to rest. But as KTN's Ian Wafula reports, even as the 12 were being buried, more houses were torched just a short distance away, sending families into hiding and leaving hundreds homeless. Area leaders are now calling on the national government to intervene urgently.
Allahu Akbar.
At Wajir's Ahmed Liban Cemetery, the final journey for the latest victims of a conflict that refuses to go away. 11 of 12 bodies ready for burial as angry residents pay their last respect. For the 12th victim, only the head could be accounted for. But as prayers went on, a few kilometers from the graveyards, more buildings were going up in smoke, the total count going up to 20 according to the residents. The owners sneaking in with the help of the security officers to save what they can, after which they go into hiding. Businesses have also been looted. Here we come across Amina, not her real name. She's a mother of 7, and tonight the only thing she has left is a mat. She believes her house was burnt in retaliation to Thursday's killings.
Machakula, manyumba zote, kila kitu imechomwa. Kuna chochote tuko nayo sasa. Manguo ya watoto, uniform, kitabu ya shule, chochote yote imechomwa.
This is only the latest flare-up after gunmen stormed Gunana village at the border of Wajir and Mandera counties, where 2 communities are said to be wrangling over border lines. The attack led to the death of the 12, among them an old woman aged 117, burnt beyond recognition. Leaders from the 6 constituencies within Wajir County are asking the national government to intervene.
Sioni county commissioner hapa, sioni commissioners hapa. Nataka hii ujumbe ifikie kwa Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, kwa sababu sisi hatuwezi tukadili na lengo ni mtu kerani ambaye amewekwa mahali na Mheshimiwa Rais.
Tunawaambia watu wa Wajir muwe watulifu. Najua ni wakati ya usuni, na tunaambia vijana maskini kuuana kwa sababu serikali imekosa sababu yake, imeshinda kuwajibika, haina faida.
It is very unfortunate. We are burying our loved ones who are very innocent, and the only question that I want to toss to the government is they should tell us whether Wajir County is part of Kenya or it is a no-man land.
The leaders are accusing the county commissioner and police of dragging their feet in containing the violence.
There is no Kenya without Wajir. Wajir is 10% of the landmass of Kenya. 10% of the landmass of Kenya. But we have less than 100th of the security forces of Kenya in this county today.
The county commissioner admits that security officers here are stretched, but help is on the way.
Tupatiwa askari kutoka Nairobi, hawa wa GSO. Tumeuliza tupewe kikosi ya GSO wakuje hapa ili tuweze kusaidiana na wao. Hapa tunasaidiana hata pamoja na jeshi. Hivi leo tumekutana na tumekubaliana ya kwamba hata jeshi itatusaidia.
The actual death toll in these latest clashes remains uncertain owing to the poor communication network in Wajir, Kenya's 3rd largest county. These are just but a few of the houses that have been vacated since yesterday, and it is said that since the clashes began, at least 30 people from both the communities have since died. And if the government doesn't intervene in time, scenes such as these might just increase. Ian Wafula, KTN, Wajir County.
And now to some tragic news from Webuye, where the conjoined twins who were to be transferred to Nairobi for surgery died as they waited for logistical arrangements to be completed. KTN's Western Kenya reporter Francis Otoma has the details.
This was yesterday. The promise sounded solid.
Hawataweza kupata usaidizi sana. Inatakikana tu wapelekwe Kenyatta.
Sasa wanahitaji specialized management, which is operation, surgical intervention, ili waweze kuwa separate. Lakini sasa itategemea na kiwango ya hiyo kushikana ambayo daktari wakubwa wenye wako Nairobi, Kenyatta National Hospital, wataweza kuamua.
Barely 48 hours since KTN highlighted the birth of Siamese twins of Webuye, the sad twist ropes in. It was something of a crash landing for the conjoined twins, ironically, even before they boarded their first flight to Nairobi for surgery. The female twins born on Wednesday died at around midnight last evening, leaving their mother, 30-year-old Christine Sitawa, utterly devastated.
Vile daktari niliwaambia ati niende Kenyatta Nairobi Hospital, Na nilikuwa nimetarajia sana kwenda huko kuhusu maisha ya watoto wangu. Sasa bahati mbaya watoto wakaaka saa 5 ya usiku.
KTN has however learned that delayed logistical arrangements for the Nairobi flight may have complicated things in plans to save the lives of the babies. Unlike yesterday when the place was bubbling with joy, when we visited the facility for the second time today, the reception was cold. Doctors refusing to accord us interviews, but an officer who spoke on condition of anonymity confirmed the midnight tragedy.
Jisikia vibaya, lakini yote nimeachia Mungu.
We contacted Bungoma Governor Ken Lusaka over the turn of events, and the county chief said logistical plans had been completed, but moments later the babies perished. The twins, who were born weighing 6 kilograms, were connected from the chest, and doctors indicated that there was a likelihood that they had shared the cardiovascular system, the intestines, and other critical organs.
Sasa wanahitaji specialized management, which is operation, surgical intervention, ili waweze kuwa separate.
But 35 hours into the birth of the babies, the hospital and the county government of Bungoma were still working on logistics to ferry the babies to Kenyatta National Hospital. Francis Ontomwa at the Webuye District Hospital, Bungoma.
Quite unfortunate. Let's move on to other news. Now, the Supreme Court has reinstated Peter Munya as Meru governor. The court ruled that the Court of Appeal misapplied the law in nullifying his election. 7 Supreme Court judges faulted their appellate colleagues for nullifying an election that had been held in accordance with the law. The judges, however, retained an order for the Director of Public Prosecutions to order investigations against 2 electoral officials on allegations of malpractices. On March 12th, the Court of Appeal in Nyeri had nullified Munya's election after a voter, Dixon Wende, filed a petition challenging Munya's election on account of irregularities. The Jubilee Coalition have asked the court leadership to ensure their rally does not disturb the peace. President Uhuru Kenyatta has warned that though the Constitution allows for freedom of assembly and expression, the government will not allow politicians to make statements that would incite the public to violence.
The burial of the late Gatundu South MP Joseph Ngugi drew the Kenyan leadership to Kiambu. President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto led 65 members of parliament in paying their last tributes to the fallen leader, and it is this guest list that influenced the tone of the speeches. The immediate target was the CORD rally scheduled for tomorrow in Nairobi.
Juzi naona watu wanapiga matweet, wanasema ukiwa away Kenya kulikuwa kuna amani. Na hivi umerudi Kenya iendelee kuwa na amani. Kama una haja na kiti, njoo utuulize kiti kwa unyenyekevu mwaka wa 2017. Sio sahihi.
And I want to request my fellow colleagues, politicians across the political divide in Jubilee and CORD to resist any effort to polarize, divide, and create animosity in our country once more.
Mimi maneno ya while you are away siwezi kuongea. Watu wakitaka wafanye sherehe, wakitaka wafanye harusi, wana haki kikatiba. Wakenya ndio walichagua hii serikali. Hatukuchukua na nguvu, hatukuchukua kupitia bunduki.
And having supported the lifting of the ban on rallies, the president is now asking leaders to use the public platforms responsibly.
Miaka 5 sio mingi. Watu wagoje. Wananchi wataamua. Kenya is a democratic state. It is not a dictatorship. From the time of our independence, we have never failed every 5 years to hold an election. There will be another one coming. Bid your time. Work with us to transform this country in the meantime. Work with us to transform this country in the meantime.
Kenya will never again walk the route, the slippery route of hate and negative ethnicity and tribalism. We said that route, never.
The late Gatundu South MP Joseph Ngugi, who died at the age of 45 years, was eulogized by family and friends as a hardworking and development-conscious leader.
We have a serious drug problem, illicit brews in this country. And Jose and wife and family had even given one of their homes in Luda to rehabilitate our brothers and sisters who have overindulged.
As a father, you showed me great love and wanted nothing but the best for me.
A special dad is hard to find. I wish you could have stayed forever. You left me so young. You were my best friend.
The late Ngugi was pronounced dead Wednesday last week at the Nairobi Hospital Clinic in Gigiri, where he was rushed after collapsing in the bathroom at his Runda home. He was buried at his home in Gatundu. To the voters of Gatundu South, Ngugi's death might have come too soon before they could realize the fruits of his leadership. The late Ngugi leaves behind his wife Joyce and 2 sons. Patrick Amimo, KTN, Gatundu South constituency.
Now, hours before the anticipated CORD rally set to take place tomorrow in the city's Uhuru Park, Inspector General of Police David Kimayo has released a statement assuring the country that the police service is prepared and ready to provide security both for the CORD rally and the Sunday Madaraka Fit. Now, Kimayo, however, cautions against all manner of inflammatory statements or actions which may amount to intimidation of others or hate speech. The statement also says that acts of lawlessness will be prosecuted, urging members of the public to conduct themselves with utmost civility. In light of the Madaraka Day celebrations this Sunday, the IG says that security throughout the country has been beefed up, but urges members of the public to ensure individual safety and to report any occurrences to the police. Now, 2 students from Kakamega High School in Western Kenya impressed the audience at a science congress with an invention that could help reduce road carnage and improve revenue collection from traffic offenders. The duo demonstrated their program to education officials and students who attended the first Nzoia Region Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics Fair held in Kapenguria, West Pokot County.
All eyes were trained on Victor Amani and Agri Lutsinga as the 2 Form 4 candidates presented their project at the science fair in Kapenguria. They have developed a computer program that could be used to monitor traffic. It sends signals through a network to a central server that computes the information. In their exhibition, the 2 boys explained that a pair of poles on opposite sides would be placed on the road, 1 kilometer apart and fitted with cameras. While the cameras would record the vehicle registration number, the infrared lights would relay the time taken by the vehicle from one pole to the next. The server would then automatically send a text message to owners of speeding vehicles asking them to report to the police station and detailing the fine to be paid. The server could also add up the total revenue to be collected from speeding vehicles on any particular day. It is an idea the 2 students have been working on for weeks.
When these students came with an original idea about they wanted to make us actually a project which could capture deal with actually 2 aspects: revenue collection and also a bit of traffic management in terms of speed management. So actually they came with that idea, so we built it up.
The 2 will be able to present the idea at the national level of the science fair scheduled to take place in Machakos County in June if they beat dozens of schools from the 7 counties that make up the Nzoia region. The 4-day regional contest, which ends on Saturday, brought in students from Turkana, Vihiga, Trans Nzoia, Kakamega, Bungoma and West Pokot counties. Wilkistanyabwa, KTN.
Right, so last week we had Susanna Owio on the show. It was such a great show, and she came with an acoustic guitar, and we asked one of our viewers to send in 5 of her songs, and they would be eligible to win that acoustic guitar. Let me now bring in the beautiful Susanna Owio together with Masi Minagi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell us a small bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mercy Nage. I'm a lover of music. I've always borrowed guitars and keyboards and drums to.
Oh, you borrow?
Yes, I
to
do.
play.
Just to teach myself. When you love music, you'll push it further, a notch higher. You learn so much.
Yes.
And so I'm so glad that today I'm able to hold my own guitar.
Not just yet. I mean, Susanna hasn't
a
given
girl
this
can
to you.
hope. A girl can hope.
Susanna, thank you so much for coming back. Maybe you can hand it over to her, and maybe you can quiz her if she really is, into music. Maybe anatudanganya too, and she's not interested
sing a song.
in music.
I don't know if just sing a song.
I love my all-time bathroom song, Amazing Grace. Can I
You can
do
even
that?
stand. It's
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Well, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Great. Susanna, what do you think?
Well, I'm amazed that the young lady has won the beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
And it's my message to her is just to practice. I can see it's good to learn that she's into music already, and the fact that she's also been trying to play guitar. It's amazing to just see also young ladies. It's
go out and
it's challenging, but I always believe that
exactly
what men out there can do. Guitar was actually associated by men, the male musicians.
Yes.
But that isn't happening now. You see, there's
Things
also
are
a lot of interest from us.
Okay.
When I was playing it, I started playing guitar. People thought I was mad, or, oh my God.
But hey, yes, down the line.
It's a beautiful thing to see female musicians or singers or artists playing
Coming
an
up.
instrument, and I'm proud.
You're proud. All right, maybe you can just hand over the guitar so that also the viewers can.
So
there
no
we
more,
go.
no more borrowing.
No more borrowing. Thank
There
you
you
so
go.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Do you even know how to hold it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great.
When you practice a lot, I know that.
All right.
I'm doing good.
You're doing good.
good.
All right. Maybe
Okay.
you can just take a few minutes, maybe off the camera, and ask her one or two questions about how you can start to train yourself.
Okay.
Susanna, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
back.
having me. Yeah.
Hope I'll see you soon on the show again.
Thank you, dear.
Minage, Masi, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Right. Welcome back to KTN Friday Briefing. Glad you're still tuned in. On set now I have Octopizzo,
Yes.
number 9.
A-Town. A-Town.
And the daughter Tracy. Say hi to this, wave at this camera. Mommy is watching you
Say
at
hi,
home.
mommy.
Hi. That's Tracy, Octopizzo's 5-year-old daughter, right?
Yeah.
Octopizzo, you have a newborn in the house.
Yes.
What is the most challenging thing right now?
Not sleeping. Not sleeping.
Really?
And you work the whole day, then you get home and you stress sleep, and she always have to wake up after every 3 hours. It's crazy.
Do you wake up with your wife?
Sometimes, because I know she's watching, she'll get, but not really, not most of the time. Not most. Sometimes I run and go sleep in her bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Tracy, how's the little one? Good. Oh, Zara, do you like playing with her? What games do you like playing with her?
She likes playing with me, nice games and sucking my finger.
Oh, she likes sucking your finger.
And her finger.
Oh, and her finger too. Wow, what school are you in?
Montessori and Hobbs and Dreams.
Montessori. Wow, Octopizzo, I mean, you've come such a long way.
Yeah.
2 daughters, you're married to a beautiful wife. I mean, when you look back, did you ever think that you'd come to this point when you're at, is it St. Mary's in Mombasa?
Yeah.
Did you ever think you'd come to this point?
No. Like everything has just happened so quick, and I'm happy though. I'm happy. Like, but I never saw anything coming. All I knew is just one day I'll have family, and that's it. I didn't know anything beyond that. But I'm happy. I'm happy how everything I've gone, and It's nice. It's nice.
Take us back a few years when you are living in Kibera. Paint for us the kind of life you had compared to now that at least you've broken out and become this successful artist.
I remember back, it was 2009. I was with her and my younger bro. He came back from up country. So I was working in a garage, and I was not really working. I was like a student, so I was doing electrician. I was to be electrician. So there was this day, there was no food, like for a week, and we didn't want to rob anyone. I had all of those options to do.
You had options to rob people.
I had options to go just rob people, and I knew people who could get me stuff, but it was so hard. And my bro used to go to a school, some missionary school, that's where I used to live, and they used to eat lunch in school. So that one day I told him, like, he can't eat that lunch in school. You have to get that lunch, pack it, and come with it. We eat it for dinner.
For dinner.
And that was 2009. So it's
not
just
so long ago.
Not so long. It's been like 4 years.
Yes.
And I see back, and sometimes we just sit in the house and talk about it, and it's too crazy.
It's too crazy.
It's too crazy. Like, we couldn't afford food, and there's my mother-in-law. She used to live near there, and she has like a mboga place. She sells mboga. So we used to go there and just get mboga for free.
For free.
Yeah,
yes,
so
to come in.
shout out to Made and Mama Shiko. I see you.
And what can you say to so many young people who are watching you now, and probably they're going through the same situation, or even worse, unemployment and so many challenges, and seeing you here on TV and having accomplished so many things? What is it that you can say to them, to just a word of inspiration?
I just tell them, like, success is psychological. If you say you will make it, you will make it if you put in work, and there's no shortcut. But everything is possible. Like, nothing is impossible in this world. Like,
yes.
From where I come from and what I've seen and what I've gone through and where I am right now, I'm not where I want to, but I'm in a better place than where I was. Everything is possible. Everything.
Everything is possible.
Everything. You just have to be positive about life.
Now, Octopizzo, too much bling, man.
Hey,
what's the deal with that?
Too much bling is
a lot of bling.
Yeah, man. Like, sometimes you just have to have a lot of bling. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to have bling.
All right, let's take a look at some pictures that we're able to get for your family.
Yeah.
And I think they're very, very cute. Let's just take a look at our super wall here. There we go. Oh, who's that, Tracy?
Me and my baby sister.
Oh, you and your baby sister. Isn't that cute? Wow. That's a very pretty picture. Let's go to the next one. Oh, that's you and Daddy? You guys are very close.
Yeah, we're like, she's my best friend.
She's your best friend.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice. Oh, that's another one there. Very pretty picture there. She also had the
8.
The 8.
Our logo.
That's your logo.
Yeah.
Oh, and there you are.
That's the year we met.
That's my mom and my dad.
That's your mom and your dad.
That's the year we met. That's 2010. Yeah, that's how I used to look in 2010.
Wow.
It's crazy.
You've changed. And
I've evolved, man.
Yeah. So where did you meet her? Because, that's the question on many people's mind. If you're back in 2009, you're still hustling.
Yeah.
People would be like, will you meet wapi?
Yeah, I was a hustler, but, I had a rich heart. I had a rich heart.
Yeah.
And when you have a rich heart.
Oh, there is Tracy again.
Yeah, that's Tracy.
I'm in my auntie's school.
Oh, you?
I visit her.
And you have the cape that is written Octopizzo. Do you know what Octopizzo means? No, you don't know Octopizzo. You should at least teach her what it means.
No, she'll know by then.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was working with some NGO at that time as a youth ambassador. So we had this a drinking meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I saw her in this meeting, and we danced. Then I was not good. I'm not really good in dancing, but she was impressed that I tried.
Okay, and then
we went to. I went to watch her dance salsa. Another day, I was too hardcore that time. I didn't even want to watch salsa. I was like, man, I'm selling out.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But I had to do it. I had to follow the heart, and the rest is History.
All right, such a beautiful family there you have. Octo, we'll let you read and introduce this story for us.
Okay.
I think we'll give Tracy a rain check.
Okay.
So there it is on the auto cue camera 2. This one.
Yep.
Just read it there. You have a backup. You only backup.
Okay.
Yeah. So introduce yourself and take it away.
Hi, my name is Henry Ohanga, and now you're watching KTN News. There was a drama in Kitengela, Kajiado County, when a fight broke out between two women over the right to bury the husband they had shared. The first wife accused the second woman of snatching her husband from her. The alleged second wife was refused to release the body for burial until the man's family pays her dowry.
Hundreds of residents gathered, serving as an audience as drama unfolded. An abandoned coffin lay outside an office building in Kitengela town. The drama began when a woman identified as Eunice, who claimed to have lived with the deceased, Charles Ayub Lukanya, for a year, refused to allow his relatives to depart for their ancestral home in Emuhaya for burial until his family paid her dowry. On the other hand, the deceased's legal wife, Faith Wairimu, accused Eunice of snatching her husband. According to the deceased's sister-in-law, Ayub's family recognized Wairimu as a legal wife, but upon the death of Ayub, who was involved in an accident on Sunday, Eunice emerged claiming to be his wife.
Tulikuwa tumefunga safari, tukaambiwa murudi akuje hapa na wakaweza kusimamisha hii mwili ishukishwe mara moja. Tukaitiwa maaskari wakasema shukeni kwa gari haraka sana na mtoe vitu zenu. Alafu gari imeondoka. Sasa tumechanganyikiwa, hatujui ni nini inaendelea.
The family had assembled for prayers at Eunice's home in Kitengela when she made her demands. Eunice's family members are then reported to have taken the coffin out to the street to make their point. Negotiations between the two families failed to bear fruit, and finally members of Eunice's family took the coffin off the streets, maintaining that no burial would take place until the dowry is paid. Wilkistanyabwa, KTN.
Such a bizarre story there. Octo, how do you think you fared? I can give you a 5 out of 10.
Ooh. I did an 8.
Oh, no.
Number 9. So
number 9.
Everybody who thought like I tried my best can tweet me at Octopizzo, #Team Tergat 8town.
All right, Octo.
Right now, we just want to introduce you to our business anchor, Bonitunya. So as a businessman, so Bonitunya, what's up? What's up in the business? What's the exchange rate?
I see you, Octo. I can flow.
I got a lot of dollars with me. I got a lot of dollars. I need to know the exchange rate right now.
We're also representing here on the business desk. But what's happening, Octo, is that the cost of inflation has gone up. We're talking about 7.30. I have the details. Of living in the country in May rose highest in 5 months due to high cost of food, cooking fuel and electricity charges. According to the statistics from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, prices of cooking fuel, electricity, water and gas rose at the rate of 1.76% in May, followed by 1.25% rise in the cost of food and non-alcoholic beverages. This saw the inflation for the month rise to 7.30%, up from 6.41% recorded in the previous month. Consumers also had to put up with higher transport costs, which went up by 1.43% on increased fuel cost and parking charges in the period. Listed Lender Cooperative Bank has announced plans to move into Uganda, Rwanda and Ethiopia as part of its expansion strategy. Here's KTN's Adelaide Changole.
Cooperative Bank is hoping to piggyback on joint ventures as it seeks to diversify into new markets in the region. The bank is currently eyeing several banking institutions in Uganda and Ethiopia, as well as Rwanda, as it seeks to grow beyond Kenya and South Sudan.
Uganda is on the discussion table. We are talking with the authorities on the other end. The budget possibly will be in the range of about $20 million.
In South Sudan, Cooperative Bank is hoping it will be able to replicate its model of developing business partnerships with cooperative societies, which has given it access to Kenya's 12,000 SACCOs and their 10 million customers.
Though we made a loss in the initial months of last year, we expect a break even despite the tough situations in South Sudan by June this year.
The bank has retained its dividend payout at 50 cents per share as it seeks to shore up revenues ahead of the coming into force of the new capital adequacy requirements.
We have capacity to double the business that we are holding in this bank because of the size that we have gone through. And so we see ourselves playing a bigger role in the years to come. We see ourselves being a bigger bank and playing a bigger role not only in Kenya, but in this region.
Cooperative Bank is the third largest bank in the country by asset base, and its profitability has more than tripled in the last 6 years, from 3.36 billion in 2008 to 10.87 billion in 2013. Adelaide Changole, KTN Business.
The Federation of Kenyan Employers has called out the government for alleged delay tactics in the implementation of the new NSSF Act. In a statement to newsrooms, the employers' body accused the government of plotting to derail the smooth implementation of the new NSSF Act through the unexplainable delay in the gazettement of the rules and regulations for effective contributions to the fund. According to the FKE, the Retirement Benefits Authority claims it is not processing applications from employers running private pension funds and seek to opt out of the Tier 2 contribution as provided for in the Act. Moving on, Kenya's education scene is fast changing, shaped by the cost and quality of learning. The recent trend of online learning has, however, surfaced due to preference by the working population, which has seen foreign institutions of higher learning set foot in the country. Here is Charles Gitonga.
Online learning in Kenya has taken pace in recent years, though not fast enough to satisfy the demand, especially from the working population. With only a few local universities able to offer full online programs, foreign institutions have leveraged on this need. One of the latest entries into Kenya's education sector is Doba International School of Business.
We like Kenya a lot. We think people are ambitious, they are keen to learn, they are keen to do new things and to try new things. So this is one of the reasons why we decide for Kenya.
With only about 7% of Kenya's working population having studied online, compared to Europe's 45%, foreign institutions see Kenya as one that has strong telecommunications infrastructure necessary for online studies.
Basically, we decided for Kenya because it is a very prosperous country and with good telecommunication infrastructure, which is very important for online learning.
This mode of education is one that is viewed to come with great conveniences of cost and time, as a larger section of working individuals spend more hours online.
You can manage yourself easily. It's not unlike when you're going to a class.
I'll prefer to do it online. It is much cheaper.
However, experts in the education sector reckon that insufficient bandwidth connection to institutions has been inhibitive to adoption of online education in the country. Charles Gitonga, KTN Business.
Right, here's a look at how the Kenyan shilling was doing. It has slid the highest it has ever gone. We're talking about 87.90 to the dollar. Here are the more details coming up. I'll hand you over to Betty and Kibera's finest, Octopizzo.
Thank you very much, Tunya. Let's have a recap of our top story tonight. And tension was high in Wajir County as the 12 victims of yesterday's attack in Tarbaj constituency were laid to rest. Even as the 12 were being buried, more houses were torched just a short distance away, sending families into hiding and leaving hundreds homeless. Area leaders are now calling on the national government to intervene urgently. Now, South Sudan's former Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar, has promised to stick to the terms of the compromise agreement signed in Addis Ababa with President Salva Kiir to help bring peace back to his country. On his part, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who hosted Riek Machar at State House, assured South Sudanese people that the only interest of IGAD countries is to see peace and stability return to Africa's youngest nation.
Kenya is my second home, and when
Your Excellency asked me to come and have discussions over the issues that brought conflict in South Sudan. I did not hesitate. I welcomed it because I know of your dedication to bringing back peace to South Sudan. I know that you were in Juba as of the 26th December. That is Christmas time. But because of your dedication, you went to Juba. I had no opportunity to meet you because I was on the run. I had no location to tell you that I would be found at this particular place. However, I'm happy that you and your colleagues in the IGAD decided to see that peace returns to South Sudan.
We had a guest amongst us, and it's not really a guest because, as Kenyans will well know, the people of South Sudan and the people of Kenya are one people. And our desire is to ensure that the people of South Sudan are able to get back to normalcy, stability, and for all of us in this region to work together for our mutual prosperity. And towards that end, I want to thank my brother here for agreeing to visit Kenya, to meet with us, as we all seek a way forward and getting a solution to the problems that currently bedevil South Sudan.
KTN Business in association.
Well, it's that time that we cross over live to Kisumu County, where Willis, the word master, aka Willis Ocheng, is standing by for tonight's lesson. Willis, great to see you, looking good tonight.
Great to see you too, Betty, and today you are in royal purple. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Willis. Yeah, it's just one of those days. Willis, let's get straight to it. There's a lot of construction going on in the country, and you hear plumber, which is which?
Betty, I hope you won't repeat what you've just said. And that is to say, there is nothing like plumber. We commonly say that locally, but the word is plumber, plumbing, not plumbing. We don't have a digraph, or what we call the consonant digraph in that word. B is silent. Plumber, plumbing, just like we talked about bomb, not bomb. Bombing, not bombing.
Same as womb, not womb. Right.
We don't say womb and we don't say tomb. We say the tomb.
All
tomb.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Tomb. Moving on, when you hear journalists saying supplementary budget, is that correct, or should it be supplementary budget?
Well, ordinarily, Betty, there is nothing wrong with supplementary, but under what we call the English or RP.
Welcome back from sports. We're still here, Tracy and Octopizzo. A-Town, number 9.
Tim Tergat.
Tim Tergat. Yeah. All those names.
Hey, I have like many AKAs, like even some weird language that I don't know. But Tim Tergat is the hashtag. Just Octo, aka Octopizzo, aka Baba Tracy.
And Octopizzo, just lay it bare for us. What does it mean? Imetoka jina wapi?
Octopizzo, hey, that's crazy. A lot of meanings.
Yes.
Octo means 8.
Yes.
The Kibera Matatu is number 8.
Yeah.
the 8th letter in the alphabet is H. My first name is Henry.
What? Everything is just a big coincidence.
Yeah, I do hip hop.
Uh-huh.
What else? I was index 8 in class 8 and Form 4.
Really?
Yeah, I've just realized, I was checking my report from the other day, so I've been index 8. I used to go 5 but come back to 8. So
Everything is just 8.
Everything
8
is just
kids.
8. And we are planning to get 8 kids probably, So.
Wow, all right. So the reason you sing this footballs here is because Octopizzo came with, together with some other goodies like what else, Octopizzo, what else do we have there?
We have gold. We have gold key holders.
Gold
8 of them.
key holders.
Gold key holders, 8 of them.
8
we
of
have
them.
8 snapbacks.
8
And 8 footballs.
And 8 footballs.
Yeah.
Everything is 8. And so we want to give them out to our viewers who are watching. So what should be the criteria? Anyone who tweets us first or something to claim?
Anybody who tells us what's the name of the school that Tracy goes to, if you are watching?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the question we're posing to our viewers. What's the school that Tracy goes to? We mentioned it actually earlier on. And so if you tweet us, tweet me, #Friday Briefing. Friday Briefing will be able to track the tweets and know who is the winner. We'll be giving them each a football, a gold key holder, and a snack bag.
Snapback.
Oh, pardon?
Snapback.
Oh yeah, that one. Right, so just tweet us #Friday Briefing, and we'll be doing that in a short while. We'll be announcing the winners in just a short while. But before we get back to Octo, let's have a big question tonight. And we had asked you, do you think Raila's return tomorrow will improve CORD's performance as opposition? That was a big question tonight. And 59% say yes, it will improve, and 41% say no, it will not improve. Let me just sample some few tweets here. Son of Mama Kenya says, I think all CORD is doing is brewing trouble, and their rallies are not going to do them any good. That is Son of Mama Kenya. Someone else here says, CORD should not actually, yes, Raila's rally Kesho will highly improve CORD's ratings. That's what Faith Moras says, that Raila's rally Kesho will highly improve CORD's ratings. So many tweets that have come through, but of course we can't sample all of them. But thank you very much for tweeting us, and of course for watching. Before we leave, let's have Octo just freestyle something about Friday Briefing, and your experience here tonight.
My experience nowadays, I don't do lots of freestyle.
Why?
Because I've been freestyling for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm into writing.
Okay.
I write a lot. I'm into reading.
Just say so. Just 2-3 lines. Yeah, very fast.
Wanagombania gomba, madije wananiogopa, maroba wanaibia roba, marasta wanalia doba, uko chini na unachukia mse ako juu ya chopa, wesi faliso tafadhali ma, punguza pupa.
All right.
Lamborghini Marseille.
Octopizzo there, he has been our guest anchor together with his beautiful, beautiful daughter, Tracy. I will be contacting the people who are going to tweet me, #Friday Briefing. The question was, what school does Tracy go to? And we'll be able to give you this good gifts that Octopizzo brought along with. Thank you very much for watching Friday Briefing. Betty Kialo, you are? Tracy.
PIZZL.
All right, see you later.